by chance wanna know on how to play the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, set it up, run it, and optimize it to run perfectly in PC, then this is the perfect video tutorial for you to watch because all you need will be shown and taught right here. So first of all is that you will need to have all of these 3 files here that I have highlighted in my desktop, and also you will need to install this application called Ryujinx. So for those who don't know, Ryujinx is a Nintendo Switch emulator. It can play any Switch games into your PC as long as you have all of these 3 files. So let's get Ryujinx first. So go ahead, open Ryujinx, web browser, and just type in Ryujinx Emulator in it and hit search. The first result would always be ryujinx.org, so be sure to click on that and then click on the Get Started button. Now the next step is just choose on which installer you want to install into your device. So there are 2 installers for Linux, so be sure to get the one that you need. And if you're from Mac, be sure that you are in macOS 12 or later version in order for you to install Ryujinx. And if you're from Windows, you should be in Windows 10 or 11 version, okay? So since I have already installed this, so I'm just gonna skip on the download and installation process because the download and installation process is really easy to do and it's really straightforward and that anyone could do this. All you have to do, guys, is just click on the download, and once the download is done, click it and install it, and then you're good to go. So I'm just gonna minimize this and I'm just gonna assume that you have already done that. So go ahead, open your Ryujinx emulator. If this is your first boot up, your Ryujinx emulator will not look like mine because mine has fully been set up properly. And for you, you will need to have these 3 files first to be installed in Ryujinx before it can play Switch games. So what are these files that we need? So these are the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware. Both should be in version 18.1.0 in order for it to play The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And the game file format should be either in XCI or NSB file format, okay? So that Ryujinx will be able to boot them up and play them. Now, if you're asking me on how to get all of these 3 files, the most legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console which is fully modded and have installed a custom firmware in it. Because if it has a custom firmware installed in it, that means that you can now fully access your Nintendo Switch system files. And once you have access on those system files, all you have to do is just look for the keys and the firmware file of the Switch. And once you have found them, all you have to do is just zip these files, the system files, and then transfer them into your PC. Now, in order for you to game, there's no other way around this, but you should purchase the game legally, buy it from a physical store, and own the physical copy. And once you have the physical copy, you can now digitally back it up into an XCI or NSB file format, just like mine here. Now, for those who don't own a Nintendo Switch console but want to try out and play this game but don't know where to get all of these files here, all you have to do, guys, is just prepare your mobile phone, scan this code with your QR code reader into your phone so that you'll be redirected to the page where you can get all of these 3 files. So take note on the files that I've highlighted in my desktop. Be sure to get them into your phone and then transfer them into your PC via USB cable. And I'm just going to assume that you have all of these 3 files now. So go ahead, open Ryujinx Emulator, and then go to File. Go to Open Ryujinx folder, and then locate on System folder. Open that, then open the keys zip file in the desktop. Then drag and drop the product keys and title keys inside, or copy and paste them into this folder here. Once done, close in this. The next step is to install the firmware file of the Switch. So just go to Tools, install a firmware from XCI or zip file. Locate on that firmware file and hit open. And Ryujinx will say that we'll have to install this firmware version. Hit yes. I will say successfully installed here. But down here below, if you want to check things right, system version is in 18.1.0, the same way as the keys and the firmware. So be sure that you follow all the steps so that you'll get the settings right, okay? And also, if the installation is successful, your Switch games will be detected here and it will show you their game icons. So if there is a game that doesn't have the game icon, that means that you're using an outdated firmware and an outdated key. So be sure to only follow the QR code there within the screen so that you'll only get the latest files to play The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom in Ryujinx. Now for the next step is that we will need to optimize our Ryujinx emulator so that there'll be no drifting, no crashes, or black screens. So to do this, just go to Options, go to Settings. And in this part, just be sure to pause the video and copy every setting that you see here. So these are my settings for the General tab. Game directories is wherein you'll put your Switch games, and it could be anywhere in your PC as long as it is in an XCI or NSB file format, because that is the only format that Ryujinx supports. And go to Input, It is better that you use a controller rather than a mouse and keyboard. So I have connected my Nintendo Switch Pro controller. So if you have an Xbox, PlayStation controller, or any PC controller here, connect them here, map them up according to liking, but the dead zone for both left and right sticks should be changed into 0.20 or 20% so that there'll be no drifting in your playthroughs. So be sure to do that, okay? Now once you're done, go to keyboard and hotkeys. So these are default settings, no need to change anything. Go to system. So you can change the dates and time so that you can progress the game much faster because there are games that requires it. You can do that here. Once you're done, go to CPU, check PPTC, host uncheck, fastest and safe is the setting here. I go to graphics, most important setting in Ryujinx, so be sure to copy everything you see. So graphics backend, API is in Vulkan, your preferred GPU is dedicated graphics card. At least you have a GTX 1060 to run Switch games smoothly. Features and enhancements, you should enable shader cache and enable micro HLE. Resolution scale is that you have it in 2x resolution. If your PC can handle 2x resolution, then go back to the native resolution, which is the base resolution of the Switch. But for me, 2x resolution is the best, 1440p, because the game will look much sharper and much more beautiful. Now for anti-aliasing is that it's in SMAA Ultra. Scale and filter is in FSR 100%. Anisotropic filtering is in auto. Aspect ratio is 16:9. Multigraphic graphics back and multi-threading should be on. And then go to audio. So these are my settings, so be sure to copy them. Then go to network. If you want to play online or multiplayer, so these are the settings that you will need to change. So these are my settings, so be sure to copy that. Once you're done, hit apply and hit OK. Congratulations, your Ryujinx Emulator is now fully optimized to run and play any Nintendo Switch games into your PC, such as The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. So if you have some questions, if you have some question, please do leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll try my best to answer all of them. And also, a little bit of a disclaimer, I will not be able to show you guys a gameplay of this game running to my PC because we all know how strict Nintendo is and they do not support the Nintendo Switch emulation scene for PC. That's why they have taken down Yuzu. Yuzu is the very first Nintendo Switch emulator and they are gone now. And I don't want that to happen into my channel. So again, guys, please do follow all the steps in this video tutorial and you'll be able to play the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom with no issues at all. Please do subscribe to my channel, that will help me massively. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and goodbye for now.